I tell you, we had a great time on the road at the PRI show, but we're sure glad to be at home here in our Motorhead Garage studios. Looks like our friends at Hexus have been hard at work with this wrap here. Let's see what they're up to inside.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to another edition of Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Folks, if you have a classic muscle car like this Roadrunner, a modern muscle car like this Viper, or a supercar like this Audi R8, you want to keep your car looking great and you want it to stay that way for a good long time. It's not just about paint anymore. There's another solution. Tell me what Hexus does, Harada.
You can wrap it. So Hexus has been around since 1989. We're a leading manufacturer of self-adhesive films, particularly for the automotive markets.
And there are other manufacturers that do this. What sets Hexus apart?
We focus primarily on self-adhesive films. That means we try our best to make and deliver the best products we can to the industry. We have over 250 different colors, and we have gloss finishes, satin finishes, as well as matte, glitters, chromes, textured carbon fiber, all kinds of stuff.
How long has Hexus been around? How do I know you guys know what you're doing?
We have one production facility in the south of France, and we have distribution and offices worldwide.
I know the first question you probably get is, how long is this going to last when I put it on my vehicle? I want to restyle it, change the color.
We have a proven durability of up to 6 years. Just depends on where you're located, as well as how often you take care of your wrap in your vehicle.
Obviously, if you garage it, it's going to last a lot longer than it's going to be if you leave it in the sun in the desert.
Correct.
And what's this particular product called?
This product is called Skin Tack.
All right, and what's the installation process like?
The installation process, if you took your vehicle like this to a reputable shop, you're looking at about 2-3 days of downtime for them to install this wrap on your vehicle.
So how do I know if I have a reputable installer?
Simply go to our website and you can search for a certified installer near you.
What's the training process for someone to become certified?
Go to our website, sign up, and we invite you down to Atlanta to our training facility, and you can take our course.
What if I'm a do-it-yourself kind of guy and I want to attempt this on my own? Can I do that?
You can. Just make sure you choose the right quality tools, quality film, and learn as much as you can with the basics of film before you apply it yourself.
And I can also enroll in your training at Hexus.
You can.
So that covers restyling, but what if you want to keep the finish you already have and you want to keep it looking great? Well, how do we go about that, Kevin?
We do that with a paint protection film.
All right, and what does Hexus offer as far as that goes?
A couple different products. What we've got on this Viper fender here is actually a clear bra paint protection film made out of a TPU. So this is going to protect the finish. It's going to be 100% optically clear, so aesthetically it's still going to look pleasing to the customer as well.
How does this compare to the clear bra that was on this vehicle when it came in here?
So the clear bra that was originally on the vehicle actually was not 100% optically clear. So you could tell where that clear bra was placed. This day and age, everybody wants to protect their vehicle, but they do want it to look great too. So with the Hexus body fence, it's 100% optically clear, which means you're not going to see any graininess. You're not going to see any orange peel on the paint.
This isn't just about looks, though. The Hexus body fence protects the vehicle. How does it do that?
So the Body Fence X is a 7mm thick TPU film. So that urethane is going to protect the vehicle against road debris, anything flying towards the vehicle when you're driving down the freeway, highway, whatever it is. It's also going to protect it aesthetically because it is also self-healing.
That sounds like it's from the Terminator. How does that work?
Yeah, so self-healing, the way that works is the top coat, when it sits out in the sun or it reaches a certain temperature, that top coat is going to mesh back together. So small scratches, marring of the paint, that's actually going to disappear right under the sun.
Amazing. You've been at this for over a dozen years, you told me. How does the Hexus product compared with the other films that are out there?
So on the installer side, it's great. Very, very user-friendly. The adhesive is great. You know, when they make a film that is easier for the installer, you're always going to end up with a better product for the consumer. On that consumer side, it's awesome. They're going to end up with a product with a lifetime warranty, which is almost unheard of in the industry for clear bra. And they're going to have a product that looks great, self-healing, optically clear. They're going to pretty much have a new vehicle 10 years down the road.
Whether you want to restyle your vehicle or keep it looking great for a long, long time, Hexus can help you out. Check them out at hexus-graphics.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, so do not touch that remote.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Hex is America's manufacturer of adhesive films. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. And by BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration.
You're cruising along with Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. If you're an off-roader, you understand how important it is to have to make repairs and adjustments out on the trail. It's also important, Devin, to be self-sufficient. So how can HPA Systems help us with that?
So here we have a number of products, our Aux Air 66 auxiliary off-road air system, as well as our Airlift 580 pneumatic jack.
Let's start with the jack here. First of all, I've never seen anything like this. Well, how is this better than the floor jack I might be taking out with me?
So this particular jack is a pneumatic jack, so it operates off of air. And the great thing about this jack is it's very compact and lightweight compared to a typical floor jack. To operate it, we're going to plug into an air system.
How much does it weigh, by the way?
About 39 pounds.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So it's super simple. It's not like one of those things you're breaking your back over when you're having to haul that thing around.
Absolutely not, yeah. And being compact, it makes it real easy to get it underneath the vehicle
Yeah.
when you're stuck on the trail.
All right, so how does it work?
Yeah, so we're just going to plug in the air system here. 2 levers, one for inflate.
Oh my God, that's fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one for deflate.
Very nice.
The nice thing about this is when you're deflating, it lets your vehicle down slowly, so you don't have to worry about it dropping on top of you.
Right.
It also has baffles inside, steel baffles, so it's not going to tip when you're using it on soft or uneven soil.
That's pretty remarkable. How much does it lift?
So it lifts 2 tons, and it'll travel a total of 23 inches.
Wow. And then you've also got the pad here
Yeah, absolutely.
as well to extend it, which is great. And you see that it's got the cross on top, so you can mount it on a pinch point if you want, or some other mounting points. It's versatile. You can use it for every kind of mounting point you want.
Absolutely.
I like it. Now let's talk about the air system that it's hooked up to as well. Why would folks want to bring air out on the trail in the first place?
Yeah, that's a great question, Dave. So the nice thing about an air system is it has multiple uses. Not only can you use it for a pneumatic jack like we sell here, but you can also use it for air tools or to inflate or deflate your tires.
So this is a must-have, even if you don't have the jack with you as well. Then tell me about your air system and what makes it different from other ones out there.
So our air system is different because it utilizes air, not CO2. Having a tank-based system allows you to have good, clean air that you're putting into your tires, protects things like your tires, your warranty, and then also your electronics like TPMS.
And air, how does that compare weight-wise to CO2?
So one of the great things is with the design of our system, it allows us to use lightweight carbon fiber tanks. And these tanks get you about half the weight of a comparable CO2 system.
How much does the whole thing weigh, you think?
The whole thing weighs about 26 pounds.
Wow, it's amazing. And where do you get it filled? A lot of people may have that question.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a number of different types of places that can fill these systems. You can fill this at any place that you could fill a nitrogen paintball tank. So paintball shops, a lot of scuba shops, some fire stations will do it as well. And then we sell compressors that can fill our systems, so you can do it at home if you don't have a local place.
Super versatile. Now tell me about this little gem right here. It's a tire inflator, and it's pretty trick.
Yeah, so this is an auto tire pressure adjuster. Not only will it inflate your tires with our system, but it'll also deflate your tires to whatever preset pressure you dial in.
Okay, so you dial it in, and it'll go up or down based on where it needs to go.
Yeah, it's very important that you're able to dial in the pressure when you're out on the trails. That helps prevent tire damage.
And it's more efficient too, because you only got so much air when you come out in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the nice things about this is when you plug it in, it's going to inflate or deflate, and then it'll beep when it's done. No longer do you have to continuously check your pressure while you're filling. It makes it much faster as well.
I feel like I lose half the air in the tire when I fill and then I check and fill and check, and it's over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
This takes all the guesswork out of that, which is very cool. The regulator on it, do I need to know anything about operating that?
So this regulator is all new for this year. It's an all one-piece unit. It's really user-friendly. The only thing you have to do is turn it on with the knob, and the regulator will do the rest. All of our quick disconnect fittings have safety vents, so you don't have to worry about hose whip when you're hooking it up to a pneumatic jack or an air tool on the road.
Of course, the weight makes it easy to use, but talk about the effort. It's so much easier than a regular floor jack.
Oh, absolutely. So because of the air, it's got 2 levers, one for inflate, one for deflate. And then it's also got a nice flat base so that you're able to use it in soft sand or soil.
So 100 degrees out, your buddy's out there pumping the floor jack over there, and you come over here with one finger and away you go.
Absolutely.
I see you've got it here on the mounting bracket. Is that an option?
It is an option for those people that want to mount the system into their vehicles. It comes with a padded bag that'll protect the system and allow you to carry all your accessories right with you.
Forgot to ask you a moment ago about the jack here. The base is wide enough, and with the baffles it doesn't tip. What if I need wider footing, or I feel like I'm riding in the mud more, maybe some sand, some really deep stuff, and I want a little bigger platform for this thing to sit on?
We do offer a mount for the jacks. They come with a wider base for soft soil or sand, made for us by Crazy House Customs.
Well, you can check out the air system. You can check out this crazy cool jack. It's all at hpasystems.com. We'll return with more great products like this one when we come back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. This is our brand new floor here in our studio. We couldn't be more excited. It was brought to us by our friends at Resin Works, and I tell you what, this thing is going to last forever. And the folks at Resin Works really knew what they were doing when they created this.
Resin Works is a manufacturer of commercial and industrial floor coating systems. We partner up with architects, designers, engineers to develop high-performance resinous flooring for all sorts of applications.
We found a way using the most advanced technology to not sacrifice performance while still being environmentally friendly.
We try to manufacture products that are safer for the environment, safer for the facilities that use them, but also that are much safer for the contractors that work with them every single day.
A few years ago, we contacted Resin Works to try their product out because they have a very good moisture vapor barrier. That's where it started. And as we progressed with time, we've noticed that the polyaspartics, their epoxies, they're user-friendly, for one, but number two is they're very consistent. So my guys really like the consistency. I love the consistency.
So what we have here at Motorhead Garage is our commercial-grade chip system, full broadcast application. We built a 3-coat system knowing that we wanted something that had appropriate traction or coefficient of friction for the environment, good impact resistance for tools being dropped and things of that nature, and also optimum chemical resistance for any of the number of fluids we might encounter in this type of applications.
We're going to diamond grind, first of all. That's where you want to try to find out what the hardness of the concrete is so you know what diamonds to use. Once you evaluate what diamonds you want to use, you want to make sure there's no metal in the floor. You want to pound down the metal or cut off the metal because you're not with the grinder. This exact floor had many, many cracks. A lot of it has to do with no control joints and things like that that the original builder did not put in here, which didn't allow the concrete to move, so it's going to crack. And that's where you want the professional to come in that can actually score those cracks out, fill them with the proper material, bring in interior or exterior concrete. And that's where Resin Works really comes into play because they have those flexible and with the hard crack fillers and things like that. After you crack fill it, you want to vacuum and get it really clean, and then you apply the epoxy at your certain depth. A lot of it has to do with the density of the concrete.
We built this system using our 100% solids level guard base coat, which is an excellent primer and base coat self-leveling product. And we broadcast our chip flake in a slate color.
That's about an 8 to 10 hour process to where it dries. And after it's done drying, you come in and you scrape it. And the reason you scrape it is some of the flakes will stand up vertically, and you want to scrape those off so there's no sharp edges. And then clean it, vacuum all that up, and then you want to put a polyaspartic, another coat of epoxy, possibly a clear epoxy, and a urethane on top of that. It's going to give you a long-term result.
So our first grout coat or top coat was our Kinetic HS material, which is a high solids, no odor polyaspartic technology, which gives us cold cure capacity as well as fast turnover and return to service. And then we finished that off with our HTC 100, which is a high quality moisture cure urethane that gives us the optimum chemical resistance and coefficient of friction for this application.
But the big thing why we do what we do as far as prep is the most important thing we do, and it takes longer than any other process that goes along with it. The process of grinding and an application, it's probably a 70-30 is what it comes down to. 70% of your time is grinding and prepping, getting the floor substrate perfect.
Chip and his team were absolutely phenomenal to work with. They're the most professional team that we could ask for this type of application. We tried very hard to partner with the highest quality installers that we can find within our network nationwide. We like local installers, non-franchise based people. He's got an excellent team, very professional, very clean, very organized, runs a really tight ship. We're very fortunate to have partners like Chip in our business.
One of the biggest things that separates ResinWorks is our national network of independent coating contractors. If you call ResinWorks, talk about your project, we will line you up with the best installer in your particular market. They're going to come in, they're going to have a look at your floor, they're going to be able to provide you with a full synopsis of everything that you need to be thinking about with your new floor, and they'll be able to provide you with a full estimate start to finish.
With the customer service that we receive through ResinWorks, it's a good fit for us. They're a great company to partner with, is what it comes down to. We can trust them that their products will always come through for us. I mean, this type of product, you're going to look at garages, auto mechanics, anybody that's bringing in heavy materials, working on vehicles, garages. Epoxy is great just because of its density, its hardness. It adheres extremely well, but the polys is really a signature from a lot of my customers. They really like the fact that it's easy to clean. Folks really like these floors. Number one is it's very consistent and very easy to maintain also. The sealer keeps the dirt and the grime up, so it's very, very easy to clean. The slip resistance, they really like that. Just the fact that we put a little bit of grit, aluminum oxide into the sealer, and it makes a nice slip resistant coating. A lot of our customers, they just love the exact look of it. It's just not your regular dull concrete anymore. I mean, it adds square footage to your house. Just due to the fact that you have a perfect floor right now that you can do anything on.
So a floor like this, again, this is a seamless commercial industrial grade flooring system. This is at a minimum of 15 to 20 year floor. If it's maintained properly, longer than that. These are super high performance systems designed to last an extremely long time. If you'd like to talk about your project, we're very easy to get in touch with. You can visit us online at resinworks.com or give us a call at 720-484-5160. We can put you in touch with one of our local installers to come out and give you an estimate and talk more about your project.
We shall return with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Do not go anywhere.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Fuel Tech USA. Performance in your hands. Top Lift Pros. Live outside the box with Top Lift Pros. ResinWorks. Made in America. Installed locally. Dorman Products. Driving new solutions. And by Magic Creeper. The most versatile creeper ever.
Time now for the industry update.
This is Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now, just getting the brake caliper hung up here and out of the way so we can get to our brake disc. If you've seen our sister show, Tech Garage, you've seen how we talk about how important it is to keep the hub and the studs free of dirt and debris. Why is that important? Well, just think if you have debris here in the center of the hub, a little bit of dirt here is going to make your tire stand proud or make your wheel stand proud of it on one side or the other. And think about that. Just a little bit down here is going to mean a lot as you get to the top. So there's going to be a lot of vibration as that wheel goes down the road. You're going to wear your brakes unevenly. That's called lateral runout. That lateral runout, you're going to feel pulsations in your brakes. They're going to wear faster, and it's going to be an uncomfortable ride as well. So you have to clean off your hub and clean off your studs. And here is the old way of doing it, just a wire brush, working all day long, trying to get everything out of there, and this doesn't really conform to the shape of what you're working with. Enter Stumpy. It's a hub and stud cleaning tool from our friends at Shark Industries. They came in here and showed us how it worked. You use this on your impact gun. You don't have to change tools when you're cleaning the studs or you're cleaning the hub. The spongy side cleans the hub. You flip it over for the wire brush, that cleans the stud, and you can do both at the same time. It's super efficient. You're going to be glad you did it. It's also going to keep you safe by making sure everything stays on that wheel. Shark Industries has a huge catalog, all kinds of products, including their superstar, Stumpy. Check it out at sharkind.com. I mentioned our sister show, Tech Garage. Well, I get the pleasure of co-hosting that with my buddy John Gardner. He's got a helpful tip for you right now.
It's Dorman's mission to put the aftermarket first, and I have a perfect example for you. Now, everybody can relate to this. You got your heater hose, been sitting on there for 100, 200,000 miles. I don't even care if it's 20,000 miles. What happens? You start pulling on that. You got your clamp all the way back. You know it's off the fitting, and bam, it breaks. So what do? Well, techs get a fancy tool like this right here. Actually put it in here, start running it around, break the seal. Guess what? Still breaks. I actually did one on this side. You can see it right here. Actually run the tool around, tried to break the seal, put the clamp back, tugged it, wiggled, twisted it. Man, and the plastic just wouldn't hold up. Only if there was a solution. Love to have an aluminum fitting. Well, ta-da! Here it is. You actually have it right here. Dorman's solution. You can actually see it's aluminum, which is not going to break, number one. Number two, they have the upper and the lower, and they actually put O-rings to actually make a better seal. So after you put your heater hose on with the clamp, you're pretty much guaranteed you're not going to have any leaks. The problem is you go get the actual dealership one, put it on, it's going to break again. Heater hoses fail over time. So make sure you go get these and replace these anytime you're replacing any heater hoses. Now here's a tech tip for you. When it comes to coolant, make sure you use your manufacturer service manual. There's all different types of coolants for different makes and models, and it's important that you use the right one. Now coolant, it's a maintenance item, just like oil. You want to change it. Why do you want to change it? Take a look inside here. You can see inside it's all rotted out and it's deteriorated, but on the outside it feels pretty good. You wouldn't even know that. So it's a good idea to make sure you service it. Now what happens when it starts getting like that? Well, you start to get overheating problems. You may get your radiator all clogged up. Your water pump may have some failure, but you could have catastrophic damage. So change those hoses, and remember, when you change those hoses, make sure you use the Dorman OE solution that's going to stop that heater hose from breaking every time. Well, I'm John Gardner for Dorman. We'll see you next time.
John Gardner's going to be back next week to show us some more cool stuff from Dorman. We're going to have a lot more cool products, so be sure to tune in then. In the meantime, if you have a product you want to see featured on the show, email jeff@masterstv.com. From our entire crew here at Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, we'll see you next week. So long.